Now that we've opened the project schedule, you can see that it has opened in Microsoft Project, which is external to the Project Online system. Your editing will therefore be in Microsoft Project, and after you have finished editing the schedule, you will need to publish the changes back into the cloud system. Publishing is slightly different to saving, but fortunately there is a quick and easy way to do this. The first thing you'll need to set up is your smartphone to do this. In the top left corner, there is this little button that says Quick Access Toolbar. If you select this, and then select More Commands, you'll then be offered a range of commands from the system. Simply change popular commands to All Commands, and these are alphabetical. You'll need to scroll down to find the Publish option. Highlight the Publish option and then click Add. This list here represents the buttons that are available to you along the top of your screen. As currently I only have Save, Undo and Redo, but once I finish this I will also have Publish. It's also a good idea to add File Close or Close File. Make sure this is Close File and not Close All. This helps with checking the project back in. After you've added these, you can reorder using these buttons on the right hand side. However, Save, Publish, Close is a pretty good order. Once done, I'll click OK. You'll notice now we have these buttons added to the top. It just makes publishing and saving easier. You will not need to do this every time either. This will stay as your default setup now for Microsoft Project. Now that's done, we can look at editing the project schedule. When you first download the project schedule, you will only have a project line 0. This essentially is just the project entry in the system and contains no real detail as to your project or program. You can add in as much detail as you wish into your project plan, as the system is capable of handling very large plans. However, as a bare minimum, you need to add at least one task line that represents the entire timeline for the project, as I've done here. I've also inserted a couple of columns that do not set up as standard when you download your plan, so you will need to add these in, as these are very important. To add a column in, simply highlight a column heading, right-click, and then you can insert column. You can then search the list for the heading you wish, or you can type and it will helpfully find it for you. But as I said, I've already added these columns, so I don't need to. But you may want to reference the headings so that you know which columns to look for. As I said, I have added one task for the sake of this video. I've then included the start and finish date for the duration to be 50 days. This is added in my timeline. However, more importantly, I have also marked this task as 20% complete. Project Online looks at the completion of all of the tasks in your plan and amalgamate those together over the course of the entire project based on their individual completion percentages. This then produces an overall percentage complete for your project. In this instance, as we only have one task line, my overall completion is 20%. This is important to include, as this does feed into reporting and will show in your highlight report, but also your board report. Milestone type is another important column. Fortunately, this column is a drop-down list where you can select, and there are many options in here. However, as you are including a capital project, you should only ever select MO5 Capital Gateway or MO6 Capital Milestone. Either one of these is fine. If you wish to only include certain tasks as gateways or certain tasks as milestones to help yourself, that is entirely up to you. But either one of these will do the job for reporting. In reporting, there is a milestone page Any individual task that you have included a tag against, either an MO6 or an MO5, will show up on this page. If this page is blank, it is because you have not included this column and you have not set any of the tasks as having these tags. As mentioned, you can include a lot more tasks if you have them. This can be helpful with the milestone type, as you may want to just record key points of the project and have these show up in reporting. But that is entirely up to you. As we said, as a bare minimum, the single task line reflecting the project timeline is an absolute must. Anyway, I'm happy with my project, so I'm going to save and publish it back. Saving actually only saves a local copy for myself. It does not promote changes back into the cloud system. Therefore, publishing is what we must do to promote these changes. This will allow the reporting to pick up the changes and anybody else in your project team to see the changes. It will also save the changes you have made. Therefore, I would always recommend just clicking publish because it will do everything for you and you can just ignore save. We'll do that now. You'll notice as the project is publishing, some information appears down in this bottom right corner. It will tell us how complete our publish is. You must wait for this to be 100% complete or say publish completed successfully. Otherwise, you could lose changes. But now it is done, we can close the project. This is where we select the file close option we added earlier. This is because if you select the normal X close to close the window, this may not save your changes either. It also may not prompt you to check the project back in again. Usually, after editing the schedule, people have finished editing their project and they can just check it straight back in from this screen. If we click the File Close button, this will prompt us to do so. You can, however, leave it checked out if you wish to, but I'm going to check it back in. This concludes the video.